You know, I'm skeptical of the bounce if we don't defeat COVID-19. And of course, if we don't get the government's payments, the stimulus to the people. But there are plenty of stocks that deserve to bounce this week because they probably never should have been down so much in the first place. Take one of my favorites, Lowe's, the huge home improvement chain. This is a brutal time for retail. But while Lowe's may have earnings risk here, it doesn't have existential risk. Thanks to the successful turnaround efforts of CEO Marvin Ellison, the company's in great shape. We know this because Lowe's can afford to do right by their employees. Their workers now get 4 weeks of paid sick leave, and they're even giving all hourly associates a cash bonus, $300 for full-timers, $150 for part-timers. Heck, they're actively hiring people for 30,000 positions across the country because the stores are still open to sell essential products. So one of the guys I've mentioned at the top of the show, these are not the actions of a company that's foundering. So clearly the market overreacted when Lowe's saw its stock fall from $126 at February highs to $60 even last Thursday. Since then, the bargain hunters have pounced correctly, sending the shares back to $83, including a monster 8% gain today. Now, I hate to chase, but this could be worth buying when the market sells off again. I think so. Let's check in with Marvin Ellison. He's the bankable president and CEO of Lowe's to get a better read on how his company's handling business in the time of COVID-19. Mr. Ellison, welcome to Man Money. Good to see you, sir.
Jim, great to be here with you.
All right, so Marvin, tell me what you and your associates are doing right now at your stores to do well for your customers, your shareholders, and, yes, the country.
Well, Jim, the first thing, the health and well-being of our associates and our customers are the top priority, and our associates are true heroes during this time. But our key is to make sure we're providing those essential items that customers need for their homes, things like refrigerators, freezers, things to make their homes safe. And 2/3 of everything we sell are non-discretionary items, which means that customers need these things every single day just to keep their homes functioning appropriately, and we want to be there for the community.
Oh, so what I'm understanding when I hear you say that is that there are customers coming by. It's not like it's the end of commerce in this country. You've got some good business.
Well, Jim, we have business because this is our key peak season, spring, but most importantly, we just want to be there during this really unprecedented time for our customers and to give them what they need. As customers are spending more time at home, they're finding projects around the house that they need to work on that they've been putting off for a very long period of time. And so these are essential things that we just want to make sure that we're doing all we can to take as much pressure off, but to give their homes the ability to give the customer the comfort as they hang around a little bit more than they're accustomed to.
All right, so how are you reconfiguring stores for COVID, and how's online going? Because I know you were a little bit unhappy with yourself online. Have you been able to get where you want to be?
Well, Jim, about 2/3 of our online platform is now on Google Cloud. And as a reminder, at the beginning of 2019, we were on a decade-old platform. So the work that the IT and online team has done the last 12 months, it really paid benefits as our online business is picking up during these unprecedented times. But we're taking aggressive steps to keep the store clean, to make sure we're reminding customers of the social distancing requirements that we need to all adhere to. And we're just doing our best to make sure the store environment gives our customers and our stores associates the comfort they need to come in and to interact so that they can get those essential items that they need.
Marvin, a lot of people are worried about retailers. They're worried about credit. A company that gets as much money from the credit markets as you did just the other day, $4 billion notes offering, tells me that people have tremendous confidence in what you're doing.
Well, Jim, we're blessed with a strong balance sheet, but I'm a big believer that it's important to take prudent steps to plan for the unforeseen. And so we just wanted to have the ability to tap into any needed flexibility from a liquidity standpoint if we need it. So again, we feel great about our liquidity. We feel great about our balance sheet, but we want to just take those prudent steps just in case the unforeseen occurred.
Now, we know Washington seems up in arms about buybacks, but no one's saying anything bad about CEOs who buy back their stock. You've been quite active buying the stock into this weakness.
Well, Jim, I'm a believer in my company. I'm here for the long term. We think that we will create a great value and we'll create a great opportunity for shareholder value over the long term. And as CEO, if I don't have confidence in the company, then I don't know who will.
Now, you're also doing things that I think are very important for the community. $25 million to support the emerging needs of associates, customers, communities. And I thought this was really interesting. A $10 million donation in essential protective products. That seems to be a real hole in the fabric of our country, and you're doing something about it. But how is it possible that we don't have that and that individual companies such as your own have to take care of this?
Well, Jim, I think any large company has a civic responsibility to do all we can to help our community. And the moment we realized we had these shortages of N95 masks, we started to look around our entire supply chain and look at the healthcare providers, and we wanted to just do our part. And so we started to distributing and donating these N95 masks to, NYU, Langone Medical Center, Emory University, North Carolina, healthcare providers in California, Washington State. It's our responsibility to be a good corporate citizen, and we felt like that's just one example of doing that.
Now, I think it's important to point out, Marvin, that there are customers, great construction people, including my friends, who come by, and they hear that, and they know, you know what, Lowe's could be making more money than it is, but you're doing what's right for the country with that.
Well, Jim, these are unprecedented times, and we know that at the end of the day, as an American citizen, an American-based company, we want to do all that we can to help our company through this really unique crisis that we're in. And look, we don't care at all about anything other than trying to help make sure our associates, our customers, and our communities have everything we can provide so we can make it through this successfully as a country and as a community.
And there's also things that you're doing that I like for employees. We have had a revolution in this country. We talk about it we have them on almost every week. Teledoc. Always trying to figure out, does anyone recognize how important this is as a way to be able to keep people at work and not have them go to waiting rooms where they get sick? You fully embraced it.
We fully embraced it, Jim, and irrespective if you have signed up for our medical benefits program or not, every associate and their family, even if you're seasonal, has access to our telemed program, so you can dial in, get a consultation from your home without having to go to the doctor's office. To your point, we feel like that's the minimum thing we can do for all of our associates during these unprecedented times.
All right, people have to recognize the big changes in your stores. You know that and my wife goes to our Brooklyn store. It's probably about a block and a half away from us. If I went there now and said, you know what, I think I could do work and please put me to work Lowe's. Is that how I can get one of those jobs that you're offering? Because I know there's going to be people hurting for jobs.
Jim, you could do it two ways. You can go to Lowe's.com under careers, and you can go to any store that we have in the chain, distribution center, or any location, and you can apply, or you can do it the old-fashioned way, and that's walk in and talk to anyone, and they can instruct you on how to apply. So we're looking for 30,000 employees. This is something that we feel is important for us to help the need of the macro environment. As you have great men and women who are unfortunately looking for work, we want to do our part to help out.
Now, can I also just point out that something that a lot of companies are doing that you're doing, extra sick leave, because we don't know. Geez, we've got 10% of the police in this city are sick. You are obviously making it so that if someone is sick, they don't have to go to work, but they still get paid.
Yeah, Jim, two things. If you're sick, we don't want you to come to work. But even beyond that, if you fall into the high-risk category defined by the CDC, we're giving you up to 4 weeks of paid time, regardless if you're sick or not. If you just need the time to just redirect some of your home affairs, you got 4 weeks to do that, of paid leave. If you are not sick but you need time as a single mom or someone dealing with an elderly parent, we're going to give you 2 weeks of paid care. This is, again, one of the small things we can do to demonstrate to our associates that they matter to us, but also to make sure that we are agile during these really, really unique, unprecedented times that we're dealing in.
Well, I'm going to disagree with you. I think these are the big things that people in business can do, and you're doing them, and that's why you're a winner, and Lowe's is a winner. I want to thank Marvin Ellison for everything you're doing for your employees, for your customers, and your country. President and CEO of Lowe's, great to talk to you, sir.
Thank you, Jim.
Bad Money's back into the break.
Don't miss a second of Mad Money. Follow @Jim Cramer on Twitter. Have a question? Tweet Cramer. #MadTweets. Send Jim an email to madmoney@cnbc.com or give us a call at 1-800-743-CNBC. Miss something? head to madmoney.cnbc.com.